Hey friend, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to make a quick and easy greeting card. This could be for someone's birthday, sending condolences, missing you, happy, I already said birthday, Mother's Day, whatever you want. Super quick and easy. Anyone can do it because guess what? We all need to be sending more cards in the mail. I'm sick of these people just texting when they just... I really am not that sick of it, actually. I don't even do it. But it's just such a nice gesture to put in the extra effort to create a card from scratch by hand and send it in the mail to somebody, a grandmother, a mom, a sister, a friend, an old college roommate, whoever. It's just such a nice gesture. So if you're ready to start practicing those skills to send your greeting card to one of those people, then let's dive in. Okay, so here is my first layout. I just folded a sheet of watercolor paper in half. You can cut it to a smaller size if you want it to fit in a certain size envelope, or just have a flat card instead of a folded card. But for this first kind of just easy, quick greeting card that you can whip up for a birthday or Mother's Day, we're just gonna do these like floral corners that are hugging the corners of the card, and you can write a message in between if you want to. But I'm going to start with my size 6 brush, and we're going to paint in some roses. I have a fun rose tutorial for you, full tutorial if you need more help with roses, but I'm starting with the tip of my brush, so more vertical hold like so. My brush is pointed almost straight up. I want to make sure to not start too close to the corner because then we're just going to be a tiny little rose. And we're just painting in these swirled around C curves with thin gaps of white space here and there to show the layers of the flower. And then I'm going to get a little bit lighter with my color and start to get fatter with my C curves. Like so. But to do these like floral frame pieces, I like to have my big focal point in the corner, and then I'm going to pull out some leaves and berries on the sides. And I'm going to use sap green and a touch of lemon yellow deep for my leaf colors. I'm going to pull my stem from the center of the flower and out. For my leaves, I'm just thin stroke with the tip of my brush, pressure, release, pressure, release. We have a really good leaf series on my YouTube channel as well if you want to check that out, if you're struggling with the leaves. So I'm just going to help pull out that flower in that corner. One more leaf here. Maybe we do the same thing in all 4 corners. Let's just do that. That sounds cute. So same thing, we're just gonna go over here and start with our swirly C curves, trying to go kind of parallel to the rose on the other corner. Doesn't need to be perfect because we can balance it out with our leaves, and roughly the same color. So some common mistakes I see with roses are there's no white space, so it just looks like a blob, or the white space is too much, like your C curves are too arched, and it starts to look like popcorn or a puffy cloud. So you want to get those thin, long gaps between your C curves so that it looks like a ruffly, fluffy rose. So adding some leaves here. and then over here. And now the same thing on the bottom. So we're about 2 inches away from the corner-ish, 1.5 inches for our thin C curves. And then we're starting to get more pressure and lighter. I don't know about you, but I love receiving cards in the mail. It doesn't happen as often these days because we just text each other or send funny videos on social media to our friends or call our family members on holidays. But these are so easy to whip up, and that like extra effort is such a nice gesture to show someone you love or someone you haven't seen in a while, a friend. All you need is their address. Comment below with who you're making these cards to or sending these cards to. Maybe it's your mom, your grandmother, your grandfather, or your sister, friend, old college roommate.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
What?
Old college roommate.
Maybe it's for a reason or just thinking of you reason. You know? Now adding in our last little section of leaves. One thing I see a lot with people's leaves is they think they're done a lot sooner than they are on a leaf. So like they'll either press and then just lift off, and then you've got this blunt edge. Or when they come to the tip, a lot of people kind of flick it and it creates a really wonky tip to your leaf. So you want to make sure that you really drag the tip of that leaf in a smooth, thin way so that it's just a little point. This edge of this rose is super light, so I'm just gonna add a little green right next to it so you can see where that rose ends. And there you go. Then you can letter in happy birthday, you can write happy Mother's Day, or thinking of you, or sending you love. Whatever you want to write goes right in the middle there. For the next card, quick and easy card idea, we're gonna do more of like a wildflower bouquet using lavender, maybe some cosmos and sunflowers. And I have a tutorial, 10 easy flower tutorial with a bunch of wildflowers in them if you need help with these flowers, but I'm gonna probably use cosmos, sunflowers, and some lavender. But to start, I know my bouquet is gonna be somewhere in the center here. I'm gonna start with some big florals, like my big sunflowers first. So I'm gonna grab lemon yellow deep, and on my size 6 brush, and a touch of yellow ochre, just to make it a little bit of a brownish yellow. We're gonna start with a sunflower poking up here with the petals kind of falling like a skirt. So I'm gonna start with the 2 outer petals first. That's where the center of our flower is going to be, or a black-eyed Susan. It's one of those, probably not a sunflower. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, but pointing this direction. So I'm just thin with the tip of my brush and then pressure release for those petals. Little dog ears. And then coming a little bit closer, this is where our stamen area is going to be. And I'm going to add the stamen to these with burnt umber and a touch of Mars Black. Just going to use the tip of my brush and create this little half circle with these dots, like so. And then for my lavender, I'm going to use ultramarine violet, some cobalt blue, and my size 6 brush. We're just going to, this is where our stems are going to go, so I'm going to maybe have a poke over here. My brush is at a 35-ish degree angle away from the paper. I'm just going to point towards the stem of the lavender and work my way up. Some bits will be lighter than others. Some might have more cobalt in them. Some might be more purple. And then getting smaller and smaller as I kind of taper off. I'm gonna add some Cosmo pink, Opera Rose, Scarlet Lake, maybe some yellow ochre. Same situation as the Black-Eyed Susans that we painted. Just a different color. To mix it up, I want to make sure to include not just one and not just two. We want to create zigzags with our elements. So I'm going to add a little more lavender poking out right here. Just maybe not a full sprig. Then we'll have a flower where we're seeing it straight on. And then another one. It's really closed up here. Then back to the stamen. So we've got zigzag, zig, zag. And now we can add in our stems. Using sap green, some lemon yellow deep. And for your stems, you want to make sure that they're pulling through and gonna connect to imaginary wise to the stamen bulb area. And like, I don't want a stem pointing right here because it's not connected to a petal over here. It's connected to the petal at the base of the petal where that stamen is. Same thing. We can fill in some of these gaps with our leaves. I like to add a stem first and then my leaf in these really dense areas. You can overlap some of your petals. Also, while I'm just kind of doing these mindless leaves, we just launched a Patreon channel where we have ad-free content, so you can pay as little as $2 a month for ad-free videos and early access to all of my videos. And we also have other tiers for patrons who want Patreon-only tutorials. I also do live monthly art classes for some of the tiers, so make sure you check out our Patreon. We've already got a really good group going there inside of our Patreon, and yeah, ad-free if you want it. So I'm just going around and adding these bits, these leaves, pulling people's eyes up to this corner, and then pulling them down here. Little wildflower bouquet. As I'm painting a piece like this, I'm just stepping back and making sure it's feeling like the shape is feeling like it's creating a good amount of movement, so people's eyes aren't like, well, this feels lopsided or doesn't feel symmetrical. Not that you want it to be perfectly symmetrical, but also if it feels unevenly balanced, like it's tipping in any direction, that's going to be noticed. There we go. Now we can write Happy Mother's Day, or we can write Happy Birthday, thinking of you, whatever we want to write or not write. We can just leave all the writing for the inside of the card. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you had fun. I hope you're just whipping out all of the cards to send to all of the people, making them for your preschool teachers, your kids' preschool teachers, or not preschool teachers. All of the ideas of people to send them to. Let me know who you're making this card for in the comments below. I would love to check that out and just see all of the ideas of cards that we could be making in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications if you don't want to miss any of our future tutorials, because they are awesome. And I'll see you in the next video.